Good evening, everybody. My name is Jim Wendt. I'm the chairman of the Zoning Board of Appeals. I will call to order the regular meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals of June 4th, 2024. Joining me remotely are Ben Maini, Ron Stelmack, and Sarah Harris, along with staff member Kathleen Gallagher. I don't know if Kathleen, if you want to just read the public hearing or if we want to have a motion to waive that, but I'll whatever. Why don't you go ahead and read the notice of public hearing?
I'm happy to read it. In accordance with Connecticut General Statute Section 87D, a public hearing will be held on June 4th, 2024 at 7 p.m. or soon thereafter via fully remote Zoom meeting at web extension USA06 web.zoom via phone at 929-204-6099, meeting ID 829-7223-1704, passcode, I don't have to read all of this, 10693, concerning the following. ZBA 2024-05, file number 1426, 11 Beech Tree Lane, application for proposed variance of section 3.2.5A to permit 47 feet front yard setback in lieu of the required 50-foot minimum located at 11 Beech Tree Lane, Burton and Kristen Francis owners. Do you want me to do the second one as well?
Yeah, do the whole
show it together. ZBA and then second application ZBA 2024-04, file number 1425, 59 Meadowbrook Drive, application for proposed variance of section 3.1.5A to permit 33 feet front yard setback in lieu of the required 50-foot minimum located at 59 Meadowbrook Drive. Anthony Martino, owner. This was published in Voices twice on May 22nd and May 29th.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to open the public hearing file 2024 file number 1426, 11 Beech Tree Lane. I understand we have a recusal. Sarah, you're recusing yourself from this application?
You're on mute.
Thank you. Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Seeing that Ms. Harris is recusing herself, we only have 3 remaining members this evening as Christina McPhail is not available. We are under the impression that the 4 of us, 4 remaining members can all be available next Monday, the 10th. So we will continue this matter. We'll keep this hearing open, but recess it until Monday, June the 10th. Thank you, Sarah, for making an appearance. For that. So we will continue with now that the 4 of us are here with file. So if there was a gentleman that was on earlier regarding Beech Tree Lane, that's not moving forward tonight. That continued till Monday.
And I think he was on, but now it looks like he has left. And then I'll update the applicants immediately after this meeting.
Okay, great. So now the 4 of us remaining members will move on to file number 1425, 59 Meadowbrook Road. The applicant or their representative here, and I just have a statement. I see a gentleman on my screen. Can you identify yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Anthony Martino.
Okay, Mr. Martino, there are 4 of us present out of 5 members of the board. In order to get an approval, you need 4 out of 5 members to affirmatively agree or vote for an approval. So that would mean that it would be a unanimous decision of the 4 of us because we don't have a 5th member tonight. So if you are comfortable proceeding under those circumstances, we are willing to forge ahead. And if so, please outline, describe your proposal for us and what you are proposing.
Sure. Yeah, we can move forward. I mean, it's the house is 39 feet, I believe, from the property line. I tried investigating to see what the codes were back in the late 50s when this development was put together, and can't really seem to get a straight answer on what the setback laws were back then, what the rules were. But I'm not trying to make my footprint any bigger. I'm just going straight up. I don't know why the setback was so off back then, but that was a long time ago. So it was
Okay,
only
Tell
the
us a little
front
about
step.
your proposal and what you're looking to build.
I'm just trying to put the house is only about 1,200 square feet. We're a family of four. There's there's no room to hide here. So just trying to put the bedrooms upstairs and make the first floor all living space.
So just a little bit of a clarification. This is a developed lot. It's existing single-family home. It has a pre-existing non-conforming front setback of
35.9.
35.9 feet. The applicant is proposing to add a second story to an existing one-story home. As part of that, his second floor, because of the way it has to be constructed, basically with modern design, it's going to come out a little bit further past the current edge of the home onto the front, and is therefore going to slightly make his home that's already existing non-conforming slightly more non-conforming, but like to 6 inches to a foot, depending on, whatever the width of the siding ends up being and things of that nature. So it's the home is already in its existing location. Because he's going up, he does need to get a variance, and because it's slightly going out, he does require a variance for that.
Yeah, because of thank you, Kathleen. But it was building codes now, and the R values of the walls are so thick that and the house is so small to begin with that a slight overhang in the front, slight overhang in the I know the back is plenty of room. There's no variance issues back there, but just a little bit of cantilever on the front and the back just to take up some of that wall, make up for some of the wall space, because the R values are so high now that the walls have to be very thick.
So in your opinion, this is a matter of practicality, and that obviously if this lot were being an empty lot today, you could potentially comply, but since this is a long since built dwelling in a non-conforming fashion, you're kind of stuck with the existing footprint that you've got.
Correct.
Have you done any, I'm looking in here, I don't see any. Have you done any, I see a list of folks who were notified, but have you had any conversations with any of your abutting neighbors? Are you aware of their awareness of this application?
They are aware. Yeah, they are aware. I've talked to, I think, 4 of them that I just saw outside in the meantime, and they're all fine. And actually, one of my neighbors is interested in doing the same thing, so they're very curious about what goes on here. So
he wants to see how you make out. Right? So,
yeah,
so
exactly.
you're not. So suffice it to say, you're not aware of any opposition from any of your.
No, not at all.
Okay, I don't have any other questions. Does any other member of the board have any questions?
Yeah, I did visit the location, and the proposed changes would be completely in keeping with the neighborhood. Very consistent.
Thank you, Ron. Anything else? Seeing none. Anything else, Mr. Martino?
No, I mean, any other questions I'll answer. I just
Fair enough. I don't see anybody on my screen that's present. I don't, are there any call-in members that we can't see on the attendee list? Kathleen?
I'm double checking.
I'll ask just for the sake of the record, if there's, I don't see any, are there any members of the public that wish to be heard on this matter? Going once, going twice. Okay, I didn't think there were, but just for the sake of the record. If there are no further questions from the board, we'll close the public hearing. Thank you, Mr. Martino.
thank you. Appreciate your time.
Yep. Okay, so we can go into our deliberative session. The first item is there are minutes from our last meeting. I know there are 3 of us here that were at that meeting, so that's fine. It doesn't have to be a supermajority to approve the minutes of the meeting. So if you folks have had an opportunity to look at the minutes of April the 2nd, I will entertain a motion for those minutes.
So moved.
Okay.
Motion to accept the meeting.
Yep. I
Minutes
got
as
you.
presented.
Moved by Ron, seconded by Ben to approve the minutes. All those in favor say aye or raise your hand. Aye.
Aye.
Is a 3-0 unanimous approval of the minutes. This application that we just heard on Meadowbrook Road. Anybody wish to make a motion with respect to this application?
I move that the motion be granted. Or the application be granted as requested.
All right, is there a second to that motion?
I'll second.
Sarah, seconds, thank you. Any discussion, Ron, beyond what you've already said about its compatibility with the neighborhood?
No, it just fits in perfectly, and I could not observe anything that would upset anybody in the neighborhood.
Okay, anybody else have any comments before we call for a vote? Okay, I tend to agree. Seeing none, I will call for a vote. All those in favor of the motion to approve, say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
I see 4 yeses. That is a unanimous approval. So you are all set, Mr. Martino. Good luck with your project.
I appreciate your time and effort. Thank you, everybody.
You're
You got
welcome.
it.
All
Have a
right,
good
so
night.
we are good to go, I guess, for next Monday to bring to take up that that other matter. And yeah, I'm glad we don't have to interrupt your vacation, Ben. So I'm sure you are too.
Wouldn't it be the first time?
Yeah, so just again, Kathleen, just probably shoot us all an email again Monday to remind everybody so we can reconvene and get this matter taken care of. Thank you all for your time and attention and your patience, and thank you, Kathleen, for managing this mess.
Of course, of course.
Not really a mess. All right, thank you all. Have a good rest of your evening.
Good night, everyone.